The artists we've worked with over 3 years at Penrhyn Castle have literally had the keys to the castle. They've explored, they've been everywhere, they've discovered what we've got in here, but they've also been outside and broken down those barriers with the local community.
My first day in the castle, I was basically handed a cartoon key and said, just, try doors. And I went off and I tried doors, and there's a sense of freedom here that I think has been really important, that you're actually free to kind of explore both the site physically but also the site conceptually.
It's a crucial turning point for the National Trust in terms of how they interpret their collections and how they work with multiple narratives, and sometimes those are conflicting narratives.
Trying to get local people in here is still very hard. Some people would not, put a foot in this place. And that resentment runs really deep. Other people think it's a good time to start telling other stories.
Un o'r storïau fwyaf pwysig sydd angen I deud am yn hen bryd ydy deud stori'r streic fawr 1900-1903. Mae o'n rhan o hanes Penrhyn a da ni ddim wedi bod yn deud o, bron i'r pwynt fel da ni sydd yma rwan sy'n gweithio yma yn teimlo bod o'n blocio unrhyw beth arall da ni'n drio wneud.
Without exploring the strike in any way or another, without looking at it in some direction, there was no way that we could be making work that in some way was trying to talk about the stories of local people, because the strike is integral to the reason why people don't come.
Dwi'n teimlo'n gry ar rhan y gymuned Gymraeg bod angen deud y stori yn Penrhyn a bod ni'n hollol agored I drafod ag dangos.
Mae o'n adeilad sydd yn dangos cyfoeth a grym bron fel dim un adeilad arall. Mae o bron yn ei dwi'n dim ond sal. Mae yna just gymaint o arian yn cael ei arddangos yma. A dwi'n meddwl bod yna rhyw relevance I ni heddiw yma yn hynach da ni'n byw mewn byd sy'n fwy a fwy anghyfartal. Dwi'n meddwl bod celf yn gallu dod a hynna yr agwedd yna o'r hanes yn fyw. Weithiau yma angen trigger neu rhyw ddealltwriaeth I wneud hynny, a dydy jyst cael panelio eiriau ar wal ddim yn mynd I wneud hynna I lot o bobl. Weithiau mae celf yn gallu dod â pethau'n fyw a tynnu nhw mewn I stori'r safle mewn ffordd dydy hanes fwy sych eich ddim yn wneud. Yn ddiddorol be mae'r trust yn trio wneud drwy drio agor y drws I ail ddehongli'r castell mewn ffordd greadigol.
So Bethesda itself is a really lively, creative place. And the Penrhyn Choir, we also work with the school. So it kind of hit a lot of different levels within the community, a lot of different people really that it kind of spread out through that process.
And I think it's a really important time now that families, we've done a few interviews where people have said maybe it is time to start to maybe not forget, but to kind of heal or forgive.
Mi ges I sylwadau yn gofyn cwestiynau pam oedd y côr yn mynd i'r castell hyd yn oed. Ond da ni yn y côr yn teimlo bod hi'n amser I ni symud ymlaen. Ac oedden ni falch iawn o fod yn rhan o'r prosiect. Nath agor llygad lot o hwgiad dwi'n meddwl I be oedd I bod digwydd. O'n i'n teimlo bod yr ffaith bod nhw wedi dŵad ar cerflun inflatable yma I fewn i'r castell yn wych. Be oedd fod I gynrychioli dwi'n cymryd oedd bod y pobl lleol yn cymryd drosodd y castell eto. A dwi'n teimlo bod wedi gwneud hynny. Dwi'n meddwl bod wedi newid agwedd lot o bobl hyd yn oed os di'n mond bod y drafodaeth yma dal I fynd ymlaen a dim ond rhywbeth sy'n anodd.
We are at the forefront of how National Trust is going to do storytelling. We've tasted a little bit with the artists we've worked with over 3 years, and that's going to continue. It's breathing new life and energy and giving us new tools, new ways to tell our stories in ways that modern audiences really respond to.
Mae celf ei hun yn mynd I fod yn ddadleuol dydi. Felly fydd hynny'n cychwyn y beth I ffwr. A wedyn, iddo fo fod yn fwy ddadleuol bus, ydy cymryd pwnc fel hyn sydd yn yn dwfn yng ngwreiddiau'r ardal dydy, mae hwn yn dyn ôl dros ganrif o storis a dadla a pethau sydd wedi digwydd i teuluodd yn yr ardal.
That was a really nervous and exciting day, just being part of that procession. Up the driveway here to the castle and to bang on the gates and to come in with this sculpture that we'd made with the community and to place that into the Grand Hall.
It is our history. People might not have felt so welcome here in the past, but this place was crafted by the hands of our ancestors, and they fought for their freedom over the 3 years of the strike, and it was their reclamation of the place. That's what that moment stood for when the choir was singing together, and there were tears, there were smiles, and the place was filled with Welsh voices, and that was truly amazing, that moment.